to Fallout 76. This is Jim. So, just recently I received a comment, and the comment had asked me to show a video on a weekly that we just got this past week. It is deal a critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons 30, and it was for 1,000 score. So, if you watched the very first day of the weekly reset, I actually did a video on the new reroll that we can do on weekly and daily challenges. So as you can see, I don't have that weekly here. Actually, when I re-rolled this one, this is what I got in its place. So unfortunately, I can't show, I can't tag it, I guess, in this video. But I'm going to do my best. Is what my reply was to that person, was to take a look at it, and I'll give it a try. The main reason why I re-rolled that particular weekly is because I don't really bother too much with critical hits, and that particular weekly had asked for automatic weapons. Now, I don't usually run an automatic weapon build, right? However, we'll do our best. So when I think of critical hits, I think of luck. Right down here. So luck is where you will find perk cards that pertain to criticals. Okay, just like this better critical perk card I have here. All right, and then there are other perk cards also. If I can bring that up right here. So you get, better criticals. You have critical savvy. You have 4-leaf clover, and so on. All right. And on top of those perk cards, you can also have weapons that have a legendary effect, which will, better criticals with, less VATs, because criticals and VATs go together. Can't have one without the other. So we're going to try this out, but I do want to make mention that I can't track it. So if you watch my videos, I do daily, weekly challenges, and I usually track them, this way, like, I'll highlight it. But because I don't have that weekly, I can't do that. But how we're going to track it in this video is, if I am successful with a critical hit on an enemy, it will show up at the top left-hand corner of the screen. It'll say critical hit on, such and such enemy. All right. And of course, deal critical hit to an enemy using an automatic weapon. This particular weekly, you have to use an automatic weapon. If you could be doing critical hits all day long, but if you're not using an automatic weapon, you're not getting credit for the weekly challenge. Okay. Now, everyone has a critical meter or a crit meter when you start shooting at enemies, and based on your character build, based on perk cards, based on the weapon, whether it's semi-automatic, automatic, rate of fire, damage, that all will equate to how fast that critical meter fills up. So there are some people that will, maybe take 10 shots, depending on the weapon and their build, to fill that critical meter. While some people, depending on their build, they may only take 2 shots or 3 shots, and they fill that critical meter. And once when that critical meter is filled, then you are able to take a critical hit. And it's best to take a critical hit on the torso using VATs on an enemy, because it's that way there you don't have a chance of missing and wasting the critical hit. So the weapon I'm going to be using in this particular episode is this one here, this fixer. This fixer I don't use very often, but I actually had changed the receiver to a powerful automatic receiver, which gave it a little more damage boost. Bullets explode for area damage. Not in combat, 100% VATS accuracy at 50% AP cost. Your VATS critical meter fills 15% faster. So this particular weapon gives me a little bit of a boost for this particular challenge, right? So we're going to exit out, and then we're going to head out in the wasteland. Now I'm not going to be doing the full weekly requirement because it's asked for 30. I'm just going to give you a couple examples and a quick guide of how to do this. Alright, so let's switch up the weapons here. We equip this guy. I don't even know why I had those landmines on me, whatever. Alright. Let's head down this way here to Clarksburg. See what we can find here for some enemies. We'll go sneaky sneak mode. Now, if you watch in the middle of the screen, you'll see the crit meter pop up. So we'll go torso. See the crit meter? See how that filled up? Just with one shot. Now, see 2 shots, my crit meter is pretty much full. Right? And, you know, going back to... Someone's behind me, I think. Anyway. Going back to the perk cards, I have just a level 1 better criticals, and then I have this fixer that I have on me. Let's aim for this guy here. Torso. You see at the bottom of the screen how it says critical? Why? You have to select that at the same time as you're firing. See that there? Critical strike on Pharaoh Ghoul Roamer at the top left-hand corner of the screen. So that would have counted towards that weekly. So that would be 1 for 30. Alright? See who else is around here. Alright. Alright, so you see how that critical meter will fill up? Try to find another enemy here. So you can't perform a critical hit until that crit meter is at 100%. And it will show you at the bottom of the screen because it will give you the option for critical. So I'm on Xbox Series X, so it's Y. So whatever it is for PlayStation and PC, you'll see that pop up on the screen when your bar is full. See how it's see at the bottom of the screen Y, see how it's flashing? So you have to hit Y and the shoot button at the same time. See that? Right. Then you saw the top left-hand corner of the screen how it said critical strike. That would be 2 out of 30. Alright? And what I'll do is, once I obviously keep an eye on the daily and weekly challenges every day. And what I'll do is, next time it comes up as a daily, weekly, I won't re-roll it. I'll just make a video. And that way there you'll be able to see it being tracked on the screen, like my usual way. I just like to do that just to kind of show proof to the people when they're watching my videos. Just to kind of solidify what I'm doing. There's all kinds of ghouls here. There's quite a few of them. Holy jeez. I'm at the Clarksburg Shooting Club. Alright, so let's go here. Torso. Okay. Critical meter at the bottom says, see how it's grayed out? So I can't do critical yet. Then you look at the critical meter, the crit meter in the middle. It's, looks like it's 85%. So let's hit them. Alright. So that should be full. Now it says critical flash at the bottom. I can be able to do so Y and the shoot button at the same time. See? Critical strike on Feral Ghoul Roamer. Can't believe this. Look at this. I have never seen this many ghouls in one spot before. Huh. And as I said, for this particular challenge, see? Critical strike, Feral Ghoul. But I can't do that until the crit meter is at 100%. And all depending on, as I say, your build, perk cards, the weapon you're using, the fire rate, the damage, so much plays a part of how fast that critical meter will fill. Alright. And when you hit them in the torso, I think you got to make sure they're at least, above, 50% or so. So see how critical it's allowing me to do. It's not grayed out. So Y and the shoot button at the same time. In my case. All right. Now you saw how he shot at him, and it's not applying to the crit meter. It has to be VATS. They go hand in hand, VATS and crit. So it's a little far away, 13%. Critical strike. Now a critical strike just gives it a little more power, a little more damage. Okay, now I can do critical, Y, and the shoot button at the same time. Alright. See how fast it fills up? Critical strike, so you see how it's showing up on my screen, even though I don't have it as weekly. So there you go. I just wanted to show that for you. I hope it helps you out, and once again, I'll keep an eye on the daily and weekly challenges there, so that way there I'll be able to highlight it. But main thing to remember for this daily challenge, automatic weapons. You need that in order to do this particular weekly challenge. Hope you enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. And I hope you all have a nice day.